mashujaa ndei muna musesiani kwa siani wati ndani sapo ndabala wende na utani asiko ya mashujaa ngomba uhilasi atethe ise kukitia wiyathi na kwa ilia uthasio bandi ya Kenya nyeneta wa Stephen Muema ni sasi ya Mauvoo mwendoni wa sabonza sia muthenya na indi twambisi musumbe Dr. William Ruto na watongosia chathi cha mashujaa kiwanzani cha idho kwa kaunti ya Kitui asekana siku eni avata kulinikana na kumatanya la matethe ise kuete ya Kenya kumete uthasio kabindane kwa musumbe Ruto na wakathe ya mawiko mamurutia Prime Minister wa Tanzania Raila Odinga ayasi akalilikana wa tashujaa munene wa nthi ya Kenya nondo na imutungia mubiando kwatana nake kutoa hisia nthi ya Kenya nambe.
Remembrance, for celebration and for reflection, and also a day for renewal. As you all know, yesterday we bid farewell to one of our country's most consequential and impactful sons, a towering statesman, a resolute patriot, and a quintessential hero, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, our former Prime Minister. This is the man, the legend, and the Pan-Africanist to whom we dedicate this Mashujaa Day. Sons and daughters of our motherland, Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga aspired and labored for a Kenya that is free, that is fair, governed by the rule of law, and filled with limitless opportunity for all of us. Baba envisioned and fought for a nation where, in the immortal words of our national anthem, justice is everyone's shield and defender, where we all dwell in unity, peace, and liberty, and a Kenya that has plenty within its borders. It goes without saying that it is precisely because of great and irrepressible giants like Raila that we find within ourselves the courage and inspiration to go further, to dream bigger, and to pursue higher ideals. For greatness and nobility are never achieved by settling for the ordinary or the comfortable. They are seized by those who dare to push the frontiers of possibility, by those who refuse to be confined by what is, but instead reach boldly for what could be. It is in that restless, relentless pursuit of higher ideal, in that unyielding spirit of aspiration, that humanity advances and nations rise. For it is only by stretching beyond our limit that we discover our true strength and fulfill our full destiny. Fellow citizens, as we emerge from a week of profound sorrow and reflection, and as the nation continues to observe the 7 days of mourning on the passing of our former Prime Minister, it is both fitting and worthy that we anchor this year's Mashujaa celebration in the extraordinary and consequential life of our departed legend, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. In honoring his memory, we also draw from his journey of enduring lessons of courage, service, and unyielding love for country. The first lesson that Baba taught us is to put country above self. Time and again, he reminded us that no disagreement is greater than our unity, no ambition more important than our peace, and no personal interest higher than the welfare of our nation. He famously declared that he would shake the hands of his rivals, whether he won or lost, because he loved Kenya more than he loved Raila Amolo Odinga. That was the measure of the greatness of a man. Early this year, when I invited him to address our cabinet retreat, Baba reiterated the need to ensure, above all else, that Kenya remains a stable and a secure nation. He reminded us that we may hold lofty visions and great ambition, that we may dream big, daring dreams, but without a country and a stable political environment, they would remain mere wishes. Perhaps, more significantly, he told us that an imperfect nation striving for perfection is far better than one that is consumed by chaos and anarchy. And he could readily point to countries in our region that were once stable, but later descended into turmoil and disorder, and decades on, they are yet to regain their stability. There are people still enduring untold suffering and loss. This is the critical lesson that those who criticized and faulted Baba for working with us to stabilize the nation forget or refuse to acknowledge, or they just simply don't care. When some saw the opportunity to bring down their competitors, even if it meant bringing down the country, Baba chose the stability of Kenya. For Agwambo, the specter of a failed state was too grave to contemplate. He understood that leadership is not about personal pride, but about preserving the republic. Not about victory in politics, but about preserving the stability of the nation we love, Kenya. Second, fellow citizens, Raila's love for Kenya was deep, steadfast, and unconditional. He once told us that if he were to die and God asked him where he would wish to be born again, he would say without hesitation, "Take me back to Kenya." Such was the depth of his devotion to our beloved nation. He knew that Kenya, like all nations, was not perfect, that nation building was work in progress, that it is only renewed with every generation. He understood that we are an imperfect people, always striving towards a more perfect union. Yet even in our flaws, he saw magic and beauty. In our struggles, he discerned promise, and in our contradictions, he could pick out hope and unity. To Raila, there was no place on earth more worthy of devotion, no people more deserving of faith, and no dream more noble.
Nuzini wawe uneni wa Muzumbe Dr. William Ruto chathini cha kutania mashujaa Ithogwe Stadium County ya Kitui. Tusonga na mbele thini wa chathi cha kutania sikukuu ya mashujaa County ya Kitui kiwanzani cha Ithogwe. Munini wa Muzumbe Profesa Kithure Kindiki ni wakathi ya ngomba ulasi yumisie kwanza yake pathukanyo gwikithia kana nthi ya Kenya ni uma ukombo ni wa ukoloni. Aililikana Prime Minister wa tene Mututia Raila Odinga kwa utongwi wake wa kwiyumia kutoa Kenya na mbele.
We gather here today on this Mashujaa Heroes Day to remember, reflect, and consider where our country has come from Your Excellency, Sir, as you continue to lead us in this reflection, we continue to remember the many people who have sacrificed their time, their lives, and their comfort for our freedom. And even at this time, as we continue to mourn the departure of our former Prime Minister, one of the greatest Kenyans to ever walk on our soil, we remember many more, those who have gone before us for selflessly protecting our sovereignty, defending our dignity, and emancipating the black person from colonial domination, for expanding our political rights and freedom, and then expanding and perfecting our democracy. What remains is now to strengthen the foundations of our country, perfect the economic well-being of the people of our country, and as you lead us, Your Excellency, the future of Kenya looks certainly good because of the labor that those who came before us have put, and because of the labor that you continue to put, Your Excellency, and putting us together, even as we take the vision of our forefathers forward. Mbaito mwaseo. Mbaito mwaseo.
Chadhi cha kutania ngumba hosi ya Kenya mashujaa deni cha atoke kiwanzani cha idho kwe kaunti ya Kitui. Chadhi niki gavana wa kaunti no Julius Makau wa malombe ni watu ngia mubia Musumbe Dr. William Ruto kwa kwete chadhi ki kaunti ya Kitui. Asia ni waneni na Musumbe kwete chadhi ki mochande kaunti ya Kitui na Musumbe ni wayanese hu. Malombe ingi ni wakadhi ya ngumba ulasi atedha isi ukitia wihadhi wa Kenya na atongoi Mauvoo kambala male anile na utongoi wa ukoloni ita chief kivoi wa mwendwa Mwangeka wa Malowa sio Kimau na mwindi wa Mbingu.
Your Excellency the President, the people of Kitui are grateful for the opportunity we have been accorded to host this year's Mashujaa Day at this magnificent 10,000-seater stadium recently constructed by your government in a record 4.5 months from June 2025 to October 2025. Your Excellency, I recall vividly when I requested you to consider hosting one of the national days that are celebrated outside the capital city in Kitui County, either in 2025 or 2026. This was on 23rd February 2023 when you visited our county to launch the Level 4 hospital at the Administration Police Border Patrol Unit headquarters at Kanyonyo. And Your Excellency, here we are in 2025 celebrating Mashujaa Day in Kitui. This is indicative of your responsiveness as a national leader who is committed to inclusive service delivery and development in all parts of our country. Your Excellency, we are deeply honored that you granted our request. Asante sana. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Mashujaa Day is a special occasion set aside under our Constitution to honor Kenyans who have sacrificed and exhibited courage and selflessness in the service of our nation. Today, as we celebrate Kenyan heroes and heroines, we wish to particularly salute those Kenyans such as Mekatilili Wamenza and Koitalel Arap Samoei, who firmly resisted colonialists. We also honor the Kenyan heroes who gallantly fought for the independence of our country, such as Dedan Kimathi and the Kapenguria Six. In the southeastern Kenya region, Your Excellency, we also have heroes and heroines who include Kivoi Wamwenda.
Na ene tuimino kelelea aini maukamba ni maatani vya Musumbe antongui na makilima Kenya alama ya vikite cha dheni cha kutani ya mashujaa kiwanzani cha idho kwe kaunti ya Kitui aini ya ni Vamwena Stella Mengele Steven Kasolo Ndekea Muthanga Bosco Molwa Justice Mielo Dr. Buvi Kwata Kawaya Vamwenange.
Ikibamba sana wapi nuru? Yelo. Kasolo. Hey.
Tumebarikiwa na rasilimali na vitu vingi vya kupendeza.
Na mengele. Mudanga. Wewe. Asi.
Twabika muthia wa Vilingi Mauvoo mwendoni wa saa monzanye nita wa Steven Muema ni mubyano ndo akosesia ende na kutani asiku yaku ya mashujaa.